Hello. We are in India. Yes, that's right. As I said, we left Pakistan to the southeast and we are in Gujarat. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, maybe, but we are going to land at Rajkot, which is a city. Let me show you on the map, it's easier. So we took off from Hyderabad here, visited a little part of the southeastern Pakistan, and then we crossed the border over here, and now we are going to land here. So we get the India. So it's not the peninsula just yet, it's the Kutch, the Gujarat peninsula. There is no ATC for this airport, unfortunately. So we are going to land to just do an RNAV approach, which I chose. We get external views because it looks similar but different than Pakistan. So come take a look. So Rajkot is right up ahead. Let us descend actually. And unfortunately, as I fear will be the case of most of India's large cities, it is covered in smog. It is an industrial city. Even though the Wikipedia page does tell us that it's one of the cleanest cities in India. It tells us more than once actually. Yeah, at least in game it seems to be smoggy. And I kind of like how the farms are depicted here, even better than Pakistan. This feels a bit more realistic maybe. But again, it's all to do with the quality of the satellite imagery that Flight Sim renders the ground from. So yeah. So Rajkot, the name means King's Fort. And it began as a royal fort built in the 17th century, but it soon became sort of an important city in Gujarat for most of the British occupation period, but it's actually better known, and I didn't know that actually before choosing to start our Indian trip here. It's the city where the Mahatma Gandhi grew up. His father was an advisor to the government here. And Gandhi wasn't born here. He was born here in Porbandar. But then his family moved to Rajkot and he grew up there. So it is fitting that we start our trip in India in a city where the most important historic figure of the last 100 years in this country grew up. The RNAV is pretty straightforward, and again I'm hoping we'll avoid most of it. We descend to 2,500 feet, which we are almost at. I know I'm descending really fast, but should be fine. There seem to be more buildings than in most Pakistani cities as well. Altitude can go for mixture and slows down just to get to flap speed. first turn is 118, which is here. And this is already Rajkot. The approach takes us over the city. The airport's a bit far from the city, so it's nice that we get to see the city. And yeah, there is some smog, but it's not too bad. Again, it's an industrial city, mostly, even though there's a lot of agriculture around as well, as expected in most of India. We'll be spending probably the next 70 flights in India and Sri Lanka and the Maldives as well, but mostly India, of course, so there's a lot of ground to cover. It's a huge country and I'm really excited to see the sights. Okay, 118. Bumps. There's no ATC again, no QNH, no nothing, so we'll just play it by ear, really. The airport is somewhere over here. Next turn, which is the final turn, is 047, which is here-ish. Get the VOR just in case. I am going to get flaps going. It does look nice. Again, shame about the smog. I don't think you can sort of remove it if you want to use live weather or something. It'd be nice if there was an option, actually. I know it's not realistic, but again, we're here to see the sights. I know, lots of people are here to play as realistic as possible, so. We are at gear down speed. Once we turn, we'll descend to 2,200 feet, which is the final, the altitude for the glide slope. So doing this descending turn. Holding it here. I hope. No, the sun doesn't. But I think I did engage glide slope, right? It is. Yeah, it's on. Okay. And yeah, this is a VNAV, RNAV, so we will have vertical navigation, which is useful because I can't see the runway just yet. Let's get to gear down speed, which is now. Can turn off heating because it's actually quite hot. Yeah, more than 20 degrees. Engage the glide slope just in a few seconds, about 30 seconds, so just keep speed up. Final checks, 3 lights, landing lights, few bumps are not on. I thought I had turned them on. Okay, yeah, nice to do the checking. Mixtures to full and props to full soon. The airport is almost at a bit higher than ground level actually. It's 600 feet, so minimum should be about 1000. Okay. We're going pretty slow, but now that we're going to engage the glide slope, just need to be careful, not get too much trim, but yeah, the speed is picking up already. Since you're descending. Okay. The airport's a default one, and that's probably, and it doesn't have parking spaces apparently, so Beyond ATC couldn't use it, which is a shame. I can't see it though. We're 4 miles from it. This is the rural area. Interesting little blotches on the ground. Wheat mounds, maybe? I don't know. Do I see something runway shaped? Yes, maybe. There isn't an offset, is it? I always forget to check for offsets. Oh, doesn't seem to be. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Oh. So nice and easy. Still going. We'll leave. Can have full props now. A little less power. And once we hit 1000 feet, I will take control. Get a feel for the wind. Not much, it seems. A little bit to the left. Full flaps. Slowing down, gently rolling on the runway. And here we are, Rajkot in India, the beginning of our Indian trip. Although it's going to be a week for our next flight because I'm leaving town again. It's Carnaval, it's Brazil's biggest holiday, so everyone travels if they can, and I want to. Yeah, there's no parking at all, so just shame. We'll just leave it here. Next time we'll start heading north. Actually, we're not going south in India just yet. Thank you for watching. I'll see you then, probably on the next Wednesday or so.